I feel really blessed to be able to sit here with you today and just take accountability. I was dealing with uh, some various issues, dealing with bipolar also. So it would take the ideas I had and have me. So I wanted to come and take accountability. Sometimes with people aren't that knowledgeable about the bipolar and the cause or what causes it and the way you act when you have this disease. So it's like if you left the house and you left your kid at the house and your kid went and messed up the kitchen and messed up the garage and messed up the living room. Now when you get back, it's your responsibility because that's your child. And that's the way I look at it.
Shalom. This is a Sorrow by Nasrallah out of Lions Den Camp, located here in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Father and the Son, in the proper true Hebrew tongue, the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Kal Halayam La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Harakak, that's my mouth. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS. Double honors to our apostle down here, our hard one by Yesharallah. Peace and blessings 1/3, and salutations to those for elect. As you saw, man, I thought it was AI when I first saw it, because I'm like, dang, I never thought he would stop that rant, But just like any other actor or celebrity or whatever, they have to they got to do that Masonic stuff, that demonic stuff, and follow them Khazars, because this is their company, this is their conglomerate, or what's it called? Yeah, this is their industry. They control the music industry, the acting industry, the sports. So they have their hands on every single entertainment gesturing company on this nation, man. All right, and plus being the money, being the money, being the top tribe of Esau, of Edom, out of Wam. All right, but nonetheless, yeah, I guess Kanye taking accountability. I ain't even want one also thing, but to take accountability, apologizing or whatever. But yeah, man, just because but many actors, I would say like Brandon T. Jackson, he was out of like the acting type of thing. Then he came back to it, and he basically had to suck up to everybody on a small scale to get back on the scale he is now. Or like you say, shoot, I don't know, Bill Cosby, he had to get he had to go to jail for a year. Or some, I don't even know how long he was up, he had to go to jail, but he a Mason, so this is what you had to do to get power on this earth. You have to ultimately go down to Egypt. You ultimately have to follow your king and your master, which is Esau. These Temanites and these Khazars, these fake Jews, man, that control and create this whole industry as we know it, this jester, actor, entertainment industry. All right, so as far as sports, music, dancing, everything that you want to be involved to get money, get riches on this side on earth, is being controlled by the physical counterpart of Satan, bro, Esau, the Caucasian race. You want to follow that money, go ahead and get it, but oh well, no, don't get it. But I mean that's for 2/3 who go ahead and get it because the Lord got something for you behind, you know. But if you want wisdom, and you want salvation, you're gonna follow the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. If you want death, go ahead and follow Esau, man. He'll give you that insurantly, because even he knows that he himself has a short amount of time, so that's why he's coming down with great wrath. That's why he wants everything to be within his control. And this is what Esau wants. He want total control, just like a movie villain. He want master over the earth, just like you. But that's impossible because the Lord not gonna make that possible for him. He's only gonna make it possible to a certain extent. He has that we saw, in his economics. He has his dollar that's set up, a fiat currency. It's not backed by anything. It has no gold standard. Dropped in 1974. Richard Nixon. So ultimately, this dollar that we have set in place is feeble and it's very corruptible. It's being controlled by the consumers. Once that dollar collapses, you're gonna have to set up a whole new currency, and the one they want to set up is a new digital currency, a universal digital currency. And following that Revelation 13:16, man, the MOTB. So that's what they're trying to issue into our new world order, and then of course, martial law being like no one says you can't go against it. People and surprisingly, yeah, martial law is an actual. It's a thing you can look it up. So that's what the government is allowed to do. They can do that at any time. Some people don't believe that America would do martial law. Like it's literally a thing that they created. Of course they're gonna do it. But this is a Proverbs 3:31. It says, "Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways." So Kanye right here. He was he's envying their ways. He's envying the oppressor, and he's choosing their ways right now. He ultimately wants more money. I thought he was rich. I thought he was a billionaire. That's what he said. He was arguing with Edomites about money. Shoot, it's like trying to argue to a beaver about wood, man. That's what Esau is known for is money and money and what you call it? Well, guns and oil. My bad. For gold, guns and oil, man. So that's what Esau is known for. You trying to follow that? You want to be his jester again? Knowing that these control the that these guys do control the media. So I guess for Kanye, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't feel like it'll be in because for us, we believe in the Most High Yahweh Shema Shah. So knowing we expose these Khazars, we expose to those our people as well, and these heathens. We want salvation. What does Kanye really want? Does he want salvation? Does he want money? Obviously, he wants something more than the other. He wants mammon. So that's why we're not choosing these master ways. That's why we're not choosing our oppressor ways. Because the only thing Esau can give us is money. He can't actually give us happiness. He can't actually give let us be saved. He can't make a new planet for us. No one on this earth can do that. Only the Most High can allow that to happen, and that's gonna be through salvation, through Yahweh Shai coming back down to save his men, his brothers, his friends, and of course the Most High set that in motion in writing that story to begin with. This is Job 9:24. Says the earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. It's like you, man. So, prime example, man. This Esau, man. It remind me of a South Park episode. It was one of the little Edomites apologized to Jesse Jackass because he offended so-called black people or whatever. But there's no you treating a certain tribe of people like they guys. That's that's freaking idolatry. That's like what's it called? Yeah, well, that's idolatry nonetheless. That's John Wicked, man. Yeah, John Wicked. It don't even look right. It's like you praying to the devil, man. Like you like Kanye going straight to the devil, shaking his hand, which he is honestly, physically. That's a physical counterpart of him. Shaking his hand, give me my money and I'll serve you. That's literally for like Baal. Our people serving Baal, they were bound down to him. But that's what the Lord gonna do. Same thing he did back then. He got to slay all the rulers of Baal. They gonna all die by the sword. All right. So uh, these actors, not just Kanye, everybody. So everyone else that's on that type of board. It's just him because he went against it, but now he with it. So everyone gonna break. If you don't have a good foundation, your foundation that you have is gonna break. Because the ultimate solid foundation you should have is Yahweh and the scriptures and the truth, wisdom and knowledge, and understanding should be a stability of our time. All right. So kind of ultimately, yeah. Once again, earth is given to the hands of the wicked. He covers the face of the judges thereof. Man, Esau being the ruler of this earth, the hammer of the earth. He can do anything he wants to. He can make Jake, wicked, haughty Jake, bow down to him, even though they're feeble. You know, they literally miss the burns. You can flip them on the forehead, they might die. Like a trying to think like what type of animal like you can like you yeah, it's like a mouse, like a mice, a feeble mice, a starving mice. That's the comprehensive strength of Esau, man, a starving mouse. But guess what? They have the power to cover the faces of the judges. They have the money. They have the system. They have the society. They have the sword. So, but guess what? The Lord also has a sword. He has Yahweh Shai. Matthew 10:34. You know. Yeah. It's Deuteronomy chapter 28:48. Man, it's just modern day slavery. Is the difference is that Esau does not want you to look like a slave. You don't have to be. You don't have to look like a slave to be a slave. You don't have to be called an N word to be an N word. Esau has literally a system that designs us to be those without even telling us that we are that. Sweat equity, or we have to work. You have to work until you're 65 to retire when you're 75, because the average lifespan of a human is around 75, 85 years old. I say 75, 85 do sound a little high, but yeah, lifespan around 75 years old. You retire 65 years old. You got 10 years to enjoy the rest of your life. All right, this is how Esau makes his system, man. He has a feeble economic workshop. Or he has economic what's it called? What's the word? But nonetheless, it's feeble, it's corruptible, man. All right. So this is modern day slavery. This is what our people have to do, and these heathen have to do, or whatever the devil have to do. He gotta put that yoke of iron on your eye. He also say this is what you want, come get it. Like a horse on like a treadmill with a carrot. Deuteronomy chapter 28:48, it says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness." This is what I think about. I mean, of course, this is about slavery, slave time, but this is literally still slave time. We are in the beginning of Jacob's trouble. We are still in we're in biblical time. We're in slavery time still, man. Cause look what our people have to do to get money. Look at all the stuff they had to do. Look how this society is set up, man. With all the whoredom and non-masculine stuff and emasculating stuff and non-God fearing stuff, anti-God stuff going on, man. And the heathen loathing stuff that's going on every day. That's just like you can tell this is the king of confusion made this made this realm. All right. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness." That's why I see Kanye as right now. Like, he's hungry, he thirsts, nakedness. He had no covering. He's thirsty. He wants anything you can give him. And it says, in the want of all things, he shall put a yoke iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. All right. So this prophesied, man. These elites, These Khazars, well, they want to stump the residue of of Israel. They want to put them out till we have no fight, but that's not gonna be the case. We always have to be able to fight. Through the power in the Lord, we gonna get out of this. This place is gonna be destroyed very soon. You know, this place is about Babylon, man. Here, America. We desolate. All right, but yeah, these all these jesters though. They're hunger and thirsty, naked, have no covering. They want what's in front of their face of some scraps, designed to look like riches. All right, and of course to put that yoke of iron on their lives, on their hearts and their minds. All right, and that's ultimately to try to destroy our people, and they're doing a pretty good job. But the thing is, the Lord is making a witness unto Himself, so more people gonna wake up. The dollar's gonna get more noticeably more feeble. All right, so people gonna have less hope in this place and more hope in Yahweh Shema Shai. All right, this is Revelation chapter 2:9. It says, "I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich." Going around, us being the true Jews. I don't know if Kanye does know that. Yeah, I don't think he never mentioned that, which is that's the first thing. If I had the platform, I'm gonna bring out this. Kanye knew that that they're I don't really consider them fake dudes, but he knew that they controlled a lot of the entertainment industry. He knew that. But the Lord is saying, "I know the works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich." And I know us being the poverty people. Every Jake comes from Lazarus, just about. They come from an impoverished place in America, and they make it through the mud, and they get money somehow. So on and so forth. The same, rags to riches story. But that's only on a physical scale. Because we are rich spiritually. That's why the Lord is saying that we're always going to be spiritually rich. But the poverty doesn't matter. We don't desire to be too rich or too poor. The Lord can take care of that for us. It says, "And I know that blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan." So man. So the house of Satan stands over there, man, in Israel, man. Where them pseudo Judah pseudo Judah is hiding, man. Fake Judah. All right, that's where they reside. They say they are the children of Israel. They only got 4 tribes over there, I guess, and they have no pigment in their skin. They vampires. But of course, it's not by color, of course, but they are Edomites. They are red men, for sure. They are teaming. This is Obadiah chapter 1:8. It says, "Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and the understanding out of the mount of Esau?" So man. That's what's ultimately going to happen to this place, Idumea, place America, spiritually Babylon, spiritually Sodom and Egypt, spiritually Nineveh, spiritually Chaldees. All right, this was the Lord is going to destroy Esau, destroy the men out of Edom. I.e. them Temanites and them Khazars. They control the judges there. They can give money to somebody and take away money from this person because they ultimately gave you the platform was being that jester. But man, this world is. If you don't see that as wicked, bro, and just everything, man. Just like you do see a dude that's trying to sit out everything, try to be mutual. You can only sit out. You can only sit out of the fight for so long. You can't be mutual forever, man. Because ultimately, the mutual like to worship some other stuff, anyways. You always gonna. Our people gonna always have something to worship. Even atheists or agnostic or atheists, they still worship something, man. Because ultimately, their mind is drifted towards something else, man. But nonetheless, yeah, this is what Esau does. This is what Esau is, and this was what happened to Esau. The Lord is against them. All right, this is Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. It says, Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So man, Kanye, he knew that he was being controlled by some devils. You know, he knew that, he exposed that. You know, I don't, like I said, I don't remember if he exposed that he was a Jew. You know, he was the true Jews. But he knew that he had the platform. He's a millionaire, billionaire. He can spread the word, especially of the Most High. You know, but probably his money and his deals were depleting, so he chose to follow after another. He chose to have another covering. It says that walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Oh yeah, so, yeah. It says that walk down to go to Egypt, and not have asked in my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh, and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. So man, this is what these actors and these entertainers be doing. They want to strengthen themselves in America, teaming, Khazar, pig. That's where they want. That's where their strength is coming from, man. Devils. So they're in America, being Americanized, and they want that strength of America because it seems like the most powerful place on earth. Really, it's the most weak. It's the most weakest because it's followed by the consumers, the people ultimately, and each individual mind can be changed like that. You know, fear, doubt, simple things like these can literally change the whole process of masses. But the masses is moving off of fear because of Esau. You know, it's saying stuff like the skibbity pap, saying that something's gonna come and this gonna happen. You know, you get help, donate this, all this stuff that they gonna use the delusion and use illusion to make you think it's worse than what it is. But ultimately, falling after using America as your covering is ultimately going to end you with not having the Lord's covering. If you don't have the Lord's covering, you're not covered at all. That's like Adam and Eve when they had the fig on their parts. They wasn't covered at all. Wind could take it. All right. But yeah, nonetheless, that was the lesson that's going on. The Kanye West, man, trying to pray back, trying to apologize for what he said and get his money back. I think, yeah, Kyrie did that. Kyrie did the same thing. He had to bow down to some little boys, some little Edomite, man. What do you call it? But yeah, a lot of entertainers do that. They go against it. They go against Esau, and then they be afraid of the repercussions because they not rooted in the truth. If they were rooted, they wouldn't even back down. They would have used that platform, save all that money, do everything you need to do. Be wise with that because yeah, that's powerful. Because the Lord is powerful. But Lord willing, that was an edifying little lesson. And with that, I'll say shalom.